and I'd spent 7 years working like this. So how could I throw away my career to go and live in a house with 100 loonies at Sherborne in very uncomfortable conditions, and if I give up everything which I'd acquired up until the age of 28. At the same time, I knew I had to do that. Well, I left the industry for 3 years. When I returned to active service in New York, I was simply one of the musicians on the scene in New York, along with all the other team, the new wave musicians then. Eno I'd met and worked with before. He was living in New York then. Bowie, I did a couple of Bowie albums. Blondie, I would hang out with Blondie. Often have brunch with Debbie and Chris. And they would phone me up and say, we're playing at CBGB's, we have a benefit for Johnny Blitz of the Dead Boys, who's been in a knife fight. Would you like to come and aid the benefit? So I go and play with Blondie. Very informal.
What about musically, working with people like Bowie?
I enjoyed it. He gave me freedom. He gave me the structural freedom to do what I can do. Within King Crimson, my role is not really directed towards guitar playing. It's really directed towards other elements, organisation and so on. But purely as a guitar player, Bowie gave me the structural freedom to be the guitar player which I can be from time to time. Wonderful fun. The first album we did in Berlin, under the shadow of the Berlin Wall with a machine gun turret aimed into the control room. They could have sprayed us at any time. That was the first time. That was lots of fun.
From nothing, we'll drive them away. We can beat them just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day.
I've been very fortunate to work with a number of very gifted musicians. I was never gifted as a musician. So I could recognize the quality of music present in a gifted musician, a natural musician. And always worked very hard, practiced the technical side of the instrument, knowing that one day I would learn the secret of music. some of the gifted musicians I've worked with that didn't value the gift, it kind of atrophied. The quality of a gift is that it has to remain in motion. You can't hang on to it. So for me, because none of it was natural or easy, I began playing tone deaf and without a sense of rhythm. I had to learn how it was, or where it was in the human instrument, that one acquired rhythm, and where did the musicality come from. And all the work I've done as a musician has been hard, but because of that, everything I have in music is mine. I paid the bill before it came in. The first division is popular mass culture, colossal success, the police, things like that. Second division is where one works professionally and honourably and earns a living. And the third division is arts and craft. I've generally enjoyed a civilised life at the top of the second division, which gives you, for me, more mobility than any of the others. You have access to the first division, you earn a living, and yet you can still go and play in the Minster. Whereas if you're in the first division, if you're a member of the police, or if you're Bowie, or whoever, you have more opportunities but a lot more limitations. I prefer to travel light. One evening, completely exhausted, while driving to the BBC at Shepherd's Bush to appear in a live interview with Anne Nightingale on the Old Grey Whistle Test, my manager Sam Alder mentioned Wimborne, and at that time I was not sure where I would live in the world next, whether it would be staying in New York or Paris had an appeal. I thought maybe Paris for 2 years, but the mention of Wimborne struck a resonance, and in that flash I knew it was back to Wimborne. As a professional working musician, there are limited opportunities in Wimborne. You might do the Liberal Hall twice a year, British Legion once if you're lucky. You might get a few gigs at the Allendale Centre if you pull political connections, but that's about it. So for the working musician, work is elsewhere. I commute between Wimborne and New York. Goodbye, England. Rather sad.